Yeah, it was an exciting event. Tufts made it really close at the end. We had a chance to kind of sail away from the competition. Had a really strong morning on Sunday morning. Trevor and Paige went out and had a 1-1 set, which was nice, gave us a nice cushion. We gave a little back towards the end, but we wound up winning by 11 points after a good charge by the Jumbos. I mean, it was a great opportunity. When you're sailing at home, you always have a little bit of an advantage. You're a little bit more comfortable with the setting, and then you're also a little more comfortable with the boats and the wind conditions. I would say for our team, the wind conditions were ideal. Flat water, shifty, medium breeze is kind of our specialty right now. But I think we could have hung in there in some lighter or windier conditions and continued to sail really well. But it's great to get the win at home. We had a lot of people from the team, our alternates, and then everybody else from the team was down to support everybody that was sailing. So it was really nice.
We've been practicing the last 2 weeks here in our own territory, and we've been getting really used to kind of what to expect, especially during the weekend. And we started Saturday, and they started going our way, and we just rolled with it. I don't know if there was any more thought behind it than just going sailing.
Yeah, and I would say that this performance especially meant a lot to our team because it's the first time that MIT won ACCs in 43 years, the whole time that the regatta's been run. And like Trevor mentioned, at the beginning of the season, we really want to work on river sailing and doing well at home. So I think in general it was as good a performance as we had hoped for and prepared for.
I mean, it was our river, our conditions, our boats. It was kind of like the stars aligned perfectly in our favor. It was a normal day in the river, a little confusing. Everyone was up and down. We started both days really strong, finishing 1-4 in both races, and then tapered off and came back around, rounded the top mark last in at least 5 of 18 races, and battled our way back every one just to catch, because every single boat matters. I don't know, just the championship victory is kind of like the culmination of many, many years of not just our hard work, but everyone's hard work on the team has come together.
It was an interesting season because I would say that our team has more depth in terms of really good skippers on the Coed team than usual. So we were able to rotate through a bunch of people, and everyone got a lot of opportunity to try and do a good job and see how they could perform at the top level regattas.
So there were a bunch of different great events. I think the overall highlights were the major improvements that individually everybody made, and then collectively as a team, how we kind of built from good beginnings, but we saw the women's team went from being sort of on the outside looking in as far as a top 10 women's program in New England to defending, on Saturday of the Earn, which is the fall championship. We were 7th after 10 races, and then dropped a little to 10th, but at the fall championships we were in the top 10 and solidified that. Our co-ed team obviously ended with a great event, but it wasn't a fluke. We were 2nd at the Shell at Coast Guard Academy, won a regatta, a 3-division regatta up at Dartmouth, the Captain Hurst, and we have a lot more depth than than just the people that sailed in A and B division. We have a senior Alex Stewart that's probably our third sailor right now, and then Cutter O'Connell, who's a junior, and then a number of people beyond that, a strong freshman class. Really an overall team improvement was the best part. Yeah, so the College Nationals this year are in Charleston, South Carolina, and that's a familiar place to us. We spend a week down there every spring for our spring break trip. So that'll definitely be a comfortable environment if we can make it all the way to Nationals, which is always the goal. The first part of the spring for the co-ed team is team racing. So we'll do a lot of kind of chalk talk, off the water training over the winter to kind of wrap our heads around the strategies and the nuances of team racing. For the women's team, I think if we can capitalize on some of the gains we made this fall with some people adjusting to new roles and really solidify the gains we made, I think our women could be contenders for a bid to nationals in the end of the spring.